Hey guys, GHAZZY TV here with another Path of Exile video, and in this one I will be talking about Animate Weapon of Self-Reflection. The problem with this is that I have been unable to find a way to make this a decently performing build.
Shit!
I played it with Energy Blade, which was the original plan. As you can see in this PUB, we estimated the DPS to be about 3 million based on my calculation of adjusting the numbers myself in the configuration. The problem with this is that I was really hoping that my math was completely off. Seemingly, it's not off. It's not off at all. It's just so fucking bad. I don't even know what to say. It was fun to play. It's really fun. The weapons survived better than I thought they would. I think that leveling the build up to level 81, we were doing some early red tiers. As soon as we entered into the midsection of red tier maps, bleed was a huge issue. We could have solved that with a bleed immunity somewhere. Outside of that, I feel like the sustain was not enough to cover for excessive amount of bleed hits, which is seemingly a lot more in this league than we've seen in the past. But taking that aside, I think that the damage was okay, but survivability was very lackluster. It was really hard to balance the two acts of this. So the solution to this would be to, instead of running a Ghost Wraith, we would run an Ivory Tower setup. The problem with the Ivory Tower is that it would be quite a lot of currency invested for what would seem to be a very, very low performance with that in mind. So today, before this recording, we started looking into fist-style versions using Impale Necros, for example. The damage numbers was just not even close to what we expect from a lower budget pinpoint, even throwing in things like a 20 Divine Serious Disfavor, or 10 Divine, whatever it was. 20 Divine Void Force didn't work either. We looked at a Guardian version with Rakiata, which is probably the best style we had. So the Rakiata style, I think, was the one that had the best performance, because you can have somewhat of a lower-ish budget, because Rakiata is not that expensive, and a Replica Covenant, which is also pretty affordable, allowed us to reach between 3 and 4 million Shaper DPS, depending on the budget. Configuration was, of course, set with the self-reflection numbers, as well as having an enemy Guardian wearing Dying Breath and the Eye of Malice, which allowed me to reach numbers of about 4 million, but with Punishment Curse, which would be about 7 million, the average DPS output would roughly be 5.2 million, which is quite significant for this budget. My problem with the Rakiata, though, is two things, or three things, rather. One, I don't really know how to upgrade and scale the build further than what you're looking at in this PUB. This PUB is obviously not finished, so I'm not going to link it. The second reason is you're using a fucking two-handed sword, which means nodes like this, it doesn't work anymore. Nodes like this doesn't work anymore. And therefore, all your block chances are completely gone. You can solve this with the usage of Runic Concoction, but your block will still be atrocious. So defensive layers needs to be covered elsewhere, such as spell suppression, or a massive amount of armor scaling, or physical damage taken as, and then ramp up max resistances to cover all ends, or maybe even a corrupted soul to move damage over to chaos, which would be another option. So those are the different routes that you would take, but the problem is, even if you invest currency and different items to engage with that mechanic, you're still limited in what are you going to do for higher budget investments to make the build perform better after that. And that's where everything just started falling flat on the ground. And the other reason, the last one, is that you're still using a fucking two-handed sword, so there goes shield charge. So what are you going to do? Start leap slamming? Yeah, I mean, okay, let's just add a leap slam for the sake of it. Leap slam. Let's just add a faster attacks for the sake of that as well, and we'll see how fast this is. Player, 2.14 attacks per second. Like, if you want to play a wheelchair-bound character, you would play a Necromancer in Diablo 4, well, at least before the additions to making that build faster. So let's just not do that. Yeah, those are my three biggest issues with the Rakiata approach to the Animate Weapon Self-Reflection. I think the idea of it's really cool. I still really hope that my calculations are completely off on this. So it'll be fun to revisit the PUBs that I have with these rough drafts when we get the gem info into PUB that I know Local Identity is working on. But my statement and my verdict of Self-Reflection so far is that it is dog shit. Animate Weapon are ranged weapons, though. The ranged arms. Mwah. Fucking perfect. Anyways, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. If you have any versions that you think performs pretty well, I'd love to take a look at them because I'd be happy to be proven wrong on the tests and everything that I've come up with. So do let me know. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more content. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, stay safe, keep rocking.